All right, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Today, I got this notification about Amber Heard, and she was in a heated debate with a brother on Drink Champs, and so we're gonna just watch a little bit. But the point of this is how women give each other bad advice, man. They just give each other horrible advice, and then and it's like the women. Sometimes the women are not astute enough to recognize that they're being given horrible advice, right? The intentions are bad of the person that's giving the advice, and they're it's just horrible advice for you to lose, right? They give you advice to lose, right? All right, so we're gonna watch and uh, we're gonna see how this situation developed into the point it developed now. So we're gonna watch Amber Heard giving bad advice to the sisterhood.
Not work.
But why do you care about what a woman is doing? Mind your business.
No, but why are we caring about? Why?
Yes,
Because I got a daughter.
Hold on.
I got a daughter.
Mind your business.
What the fuck? Y'all own my daughter. What do you mean? That is wrong. That is wrong.
That's wrong.
That's wrong. You saying don't care about women?
Why are you worried about me?
You saying
Right? So she's saying, why you worrying about the women, right? But if we're trying to protect you and we're trying to help you, of course we're going to be concerned about you, right? We're trying to help you so that you will win, right? So that you won't lose. You won't be considered other than yourself by the world at large, right? All right, let's go. All right, here we go.
Women get on from fucking niggas, right? You said that in your freestyle.
Yeah.
And you want to know why.
Not me. No.
But you said that in your freestyle.
No. What I said.
Can we replay it? Can we replay the freestyle?
I could just say it.
Okay.
I could just say it.
But I heard what you said. That's why I
said-
felt some type of way.
No, I said, we'll get all the views. Violence, stupid new challenge, whole lot of ignorant dudes on the news wilding, chicks booked for 2,000, post the new styling. Think about it. Having no talent, that's the new talent. I saw a chick on red carpet. I said, tell me what you do. She said, I'm pretty, pairs, clit, titties, belly button too. I twerk for the gram. My videos get hella bunch of views. That's very fucking cool. But tell me what you do. It's disgusting. They say hoes women.
But why? Why is it disgusting? Because
Okay, that's a very good question. The brother said, if all you can do is twerk on Instagram and that's your claim to fame, that's not really a talent, right? That's not really a talent. And he's trying to say, but she has a question. Why? That's a very good question. Why is that not a talent, right? Well, because that those twerking and stuff like that, there's certain things that you're supposed to do inside your home, right? Inside the privacy of your own residence. Certain things you're supposed to do there, right? And so there's certain things that's just not, the people not supposed to see, right? But if you say to yourself, well, if somebody pays me, then it's okay. That is a very European attitude about the situation, right? Because we really shouldn't be, and I don't even think a lot of them feel that way. I think they're more open to stuff like that than the other people on the planet. But I think that's where it's, a lot of that opening comes from. Is just their culture is just more open about sex and stuff like that, right? And it's not me. It's not a knock on them. It's just, you can go check the history on that. I mean, go check the Greeks, the Romans, the English. You can just go check it. I mean, the Portuguese. You can check their history. I mean, it's not Spanish. It's not me knocking them. It's just me telling the truth, right? So, Italians. So you can just see for yourself. But Um, no, just saying history of where it's coming from. So, but now here it is. It's in all of our laps here in America, right? It's in all of our laps, and so and who is it hitting the hardest for women to be so free sexually? Uh, is hitting the black women the hardest. They have the highest numbers. They have the highest numbers of sexual and transmitted diseases. Are the highest numbers with black women. They're the biggest carriers of the HIV virus, right? I mean, ouch, holy smokes! And most of this is behavior oriented, where it's not hereditary. It's behavior oriented, where it's behavior that can be adjusted so that we can lower these numbers, right? And so if we correct our behavior, maybe we can have some better results. Not only in the black community, but in all the communities in America as well. But I mean, I'm just talking about the black community because this is where this stuff is hitting the hardest. Well, Clarence, they do it in the white community too. They have a lot of. I know. But per capita, we're killing everybody in diseases in the African American community. Per capita, we are killing it. We are leading in almost every bad category: incarceration, disease, single parenthood, poverty. Per capita, we are just killing it. We're killing it. So the question before the panel is why is it so bad that women are out there shaking their thing, getting paid? And he's going to try to explain to her that, hey man, that is a very limited source of income, very limited. You got about there's a song called Street Life by the Crusaders, man. Talks about that, man. It's like you got a very short shelf life in that game where people will pay you. Why? Because there's always somebody else that's willing to do a little more for a little less. There's always going to be somebody else more, and they look a little better, and they're a lot younger, and you're going to eventually price yourself out the game, right? The competition is just going to push you right out the game. That's the commercial end of it. The cultural end of it is we got a lot of women, man, that are getting caught up in this free sex whole, run these girls raw culture, and they are getting pummeled, man. We, especially in the black community, we're getting pummeled. But here we got this lady here, Amber Rose, that's leading the charge for promiscuity, saying, hey, man, you know what? There's nothing wrong with female promiscuity, right? So we got to talk about that. Okay, but let me let her finish.
Because you're a hater. Men are haters that women make money and go get booked for $2,000 because they're fucking pretty.
Now, he's not saying he hates on that, right? But in her mind, that's the only way she can crunch this down, right? She can't understand that there's a higher purpose for what he's saying, right? That his because her elevator don't go up that high. You understand what I'm saying? Her elevator doesn't go up that high, so she's going to try to not only because she has made the decision to be this type of female, she's going to try to bring as many people to hell with her, right? I'm going to hell. Might as well bring as many people as I can with me, right? Right. That's what the devil told God, right? I'm going to take as many of them as I can with me, right? Okay, you sentenced me to this existence. I'm going to take as many of your people with me as I can, and I'm aligning your straight path for them. I'm not going to wait outside. I'm going to be right there right behind the preacher, right next to the preacher. I'm gonna be the preacher. I'm gonna lay in your straight path, right? So we got this female Amber Heard. I don't want to call her a woman because I don't think she conducts herself like a woman. I think she conducts herself like a savage, and of course she's trying to get other people to be a savage with her, right? So, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Clarence, are you attacking her? I'm not attacking her. I don't know her personally. I don't know if she's a if you could have a decent conversation with her, but just looking at what she professes to stand for, which is you know savagery, promiscuity, and just the demoralization of women. Excuse me, in the public sphere. I don't think that's a good thing. I have a granddaughter. I would never want my granddaughter to look up to Amber Heard as somebody who to take information from, as opposed to, as far as trying to be a woman. Never, ever. But there's girls out there that's taking information from this lady, and a lot of it is our young black females, man. They taking information from sisters, from women like this, and ladies like this, and they would say, I want to be like that. Because that's strength. I want to see that strength, right? Right? I can't attract that strength in a man, so I have to be that strength myself. I'll be that strength myself that I look, because I don't know how to attract that strength in a man. Right? All right. Let's. So did she say he's a hater? We as men are haters because a woman could go out and make $2,000 shaking her butt, and like I said, she just can't. She can't just do the computations in her head to understand that it's something way more above that he's trying to get across. Anyway, let's move on.
No.
Don't hate the bitch. Hate the consumer. Am
I was
wrong?
still going. No.
Now she turns around and tries to get support, right, for the madness that she's putting on, right? And there's a couple guys that's, all they trying to do is have sex with her. So they just wait for their moment to have sex with her. So they like, no, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Right? Man, and the girls are like, saying, but eventually, at some point, the rubber meets the road, right? And you got to decide what you're going to do. See, this 304 thing, man, it has a moment. You have a moment in the sun when you out there, you are 304, and everybody, you are, very, you're getting a lot of attention, right? But at a certain point, when you get all these miles on you, it's like no man wants to marry a woman that everybody in town can say, yeah, I was with her too. Yeah, I was with her too. No man wants that, right? I think a woman would deal with that 100 times better than a man would, right? Men just, they just want to be, the main vein, man, the person that actually broke the seal, right? But of course, in today's world, that's very, very rare, right? But at least you could be with somebody who who's not been all over the road, where you can, she got passed around by this dude, all these different people. I don't understand why women don't get that, man. Why they don't get that, or why they don't see. You know what? I can see how a man, since he has to, he has to risk so much in monogamy. A monogamous relationship is very highly risky for a man. Highly risky for men, right? It's risky for a woman too, no doubt, emotionally. But it's risky for a man emotionally, financially. I mean, it's very, very risky situation, right? And to risk all that for someone that is loose in the caboose, that doesn't make any sense. Or someone that has a past that's so great that it can overtake their present. And that is another thing, right? So it's best to try to not have a past that's that glorious, right? Because I guarantee you, no billionaires or billionaires are coming Amber Rose's way unless they're like 90 years old, right? Nobody else is coming her way. Nobody is coming Brittany Renner's way, right? Once you put yourself out there and play yourself like that, and you tell the whole world how much of a savage you are, okay, the savage dudes will come for you, right? That's why you got to be in the club, because those are the kind of dudes come looking for you. It's those dudes. Dudes that want to get married, have a family, and want to be in a loving relationship. They ain't coming looking for savages. Who wants a savage in their house, man? You want a savage in your house? You want a savage around your children? You want a savage raising your children? But I don't see why these women don't get this, man. I don't see why they don't get it. Yeah, there is a very rational use for 304s, but they're the kind of women you throw away, and you have a decision if you want to be that woman. Yes, you have your moment in the sun, but after that, it's a rizap. Anyway, let's get back to Amber Rose telling the good brothers that they're haters.
But he's saying it from an observatory.
Yeah,
But you're
angle.
observing a bitch making money because
all right, so
she's
you ready for
pretty
this?
and
Hold on, because
twerking.
wait, hold on.
Let
hold on,
the
Amber.
bitch twerk and
Hold on,
make her
Amber,
fucking
hold on, check this out
money.
though.
So you see that? See that? So let the girl make the money, and twerk, right? So I'm saying this is what I'm talking about. When you get so deep in the 304 culture, your elevator can't go all the way up, man. Right? There's floors above what you're talking about, right? Okay, yeah, right now you making money, but at later date, you're gonna want the things that are inside you. You're gonna want the stuff that the average woman's gonna want. A man to love, a family to love, a child to love. You know what I mean? Walk through this life with somebody who you ain't got a doubt whether they're going to be there or not. They'll be there, right? Because they've proven that they'll be there if they're mad. They'll be there if they're happy. They'll be there they'll be there, right? We all want somebody like that, at least one person like that in our lives, right? The last person you had like that was your mama, right? We all want somebody like that. I don't see why these girls just don't get it, man. But girls like Amber Rose just don't get it. But like I said, they're not connected to God, and they're not connected to what do you call it, the virtues of life that will bring success, right? Because even I don't care how old you get, at some point your twerking just ain't the dust that settles on your twerking ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to twerk, and then the competition that's coming off the line every day, a new 18-year-old every day. You at 30 gonna out twerk an 18-year-old? Please. You saying this because you trying to date these same 18, 20-year-old dudes. So you can compete because you got a little money, fame, status, and so you can compete a little bit with them, right? You can compete with these 18-year-olds because you can throw money at these young dudes, or you can clap a little better because you got a little more experience. But ain't none of these young dudes, man. You just training wheels for these young dudes, man. And thank God for older women, though. Absolutely, man. Older women are the training wheels for good sex, man. Absolutely. Older women are definitely the training wheels for good sex. You know what I'm saying? Older woman will definitely get you right and ready for your real wife, right? Older women are definitely the training wheels, man. I mean, they will teach you a lot of stuff, right? But the problem is, if you're not able to compete with the younger chicks as far as wifey material, you know what I mean? How can you compete When you got all these miles on you, man, it's hard to compete. Because dudes, who wants a woman? Who wants to secure their finances and be and with a woman that's been run through, man? Like Grand Central Station. Who wants a woman that everybody and anybody can say, yeah, I was there too, right? Nobody's gonna want to marry nobody like that. I mean, people gonna want to hit it. That's why I think a lot of these women, they don't confuse it. They know that. See, I used to think women confused sexual interest with matrimonial interest. I used to think they confused it too. They don't confuse it. They know the difference, but they will try to confuse you and say, "I got interest from a lot of people, right?" Yeah, sexual interest you got, not matrimonial interest. No, you don't. I got all this interest from men, right? Remember we were looking at Kayla the other day, right? Kayla, and she's saying, I got all these marriage proposals, right? From 8, 9s, and 10s. Oh, you do? Yeah, well, how come you're not married? Oh, I'm turning them down. Oh, you turning down 8s, 9s, and 10s, right? Okay. But you out here talking about how men are no good, or there ain't no men out here, but you turning all these 8, 9s, and 10s down. Well, which is it? And why are you turning down these 8, 9s, and 10s? Are they putting up such bad proposals that you got to turn them all down? Right? I got all this high interest. Oh, you got high interest. You got high sexual interest. Not to be confused with matrimonial interest. Those are two different interests. They can be intertwined, but definitely they are separate interests. They can crisscross each other, but they are separate. They're separate. And definitely sexual interest is definitely separate than matrimonial interest. And, but a lot of times they try to confuse you and say, oh, yeah, I got all this interest from guys. Guys are all in my DMs. Really? Why do you think they in your DMs? Because they want to marry you? Yeah, they said they want to marry me. Of course they say they want to marry you because they want to get in between your pants. If somebody want to marry you, if somebody want to marry you, you'll know it. If somebody really wants to marry you, you'll know it. And if if they're giving you a good proposal, why would you turn it down? Ay. All right, so let's finish up with Miss Amber Rose.
Check this out. Look.
Am I tripping?
Check this out.
Where's the bitch?
Now what about when you did that? What about the girl when she did that, right?
So
and got the
what?
2,000, right? For 3 months, right?
So?
But then she was gonna get 10 million from this company, but then seen her do that shit and said, nah, it's over now.
Why is that your business? Why is that your business?
Now, did you hear what he said? He said that doing certain things can affect your business. You grabbing 2,000 and you missing out on 10 million, right? Because you did that money grab, right? Her response to that was, why is that your business? Now, I'm telling you, is that good business advice? If you can get 2,000 today, and in 3 months you can get 10 million. Which one are you going to grab for? But if you grab the 10 million, if you go to 2,000 today, the 10 million is off the table. Who would make that kind of a stupid move? But this woman is saying, hey, why is that your bit? Why are you concerned about that? Right? It's like, so what? That's the mentality of a person that thinks it's never going to rain. Why should I buy an umbrella? That's the why should I buy an umbrella thinking process. Why should I buy an umbrella? Because it may rain in the next 2 weeks. But it ain't raining today. So therefore, I don't need to worry about tomorrow. It's today that I'm worried about. Yeah, but tomorrow is coming. right? Yeah, but that's not my concern. Why are you worrying about tomorrow? Today, I need to worry about today. See? No. You need to concentrate on today and make sure you be all right tomorrow. Some of the things you do today is going to affect you tomorrow. The 304 culture is going to affect you later. It's going to affect you later, right? Especially especially you live in an area where, and you frequent places where the same crowd runs, and the same crowd knows, and everybody knows they've been passing you around. I mean, come on. Yeah, they're going to want to spend time with you on a lonely night, but I think the goal should be matrimony, right? I think that's the goal. As a woman, you want to be with a man. As a man, you want to be with a woman. I mean, that's the goal of ours, right? All the rest of the stuff is in between, right? But what we're trying to do is be with a woman. Be with a man. But you're listening to bad advice. This is just an example of how women give each other horrible advice. Horrible advice. Horrible advice. Horrible advice. And they give each other advice to just pull each other down into the quicksand with each other, right? One chick is in the quicksand and she pulls down other chicks, and she tries to grab on as many boots as she can to try to grab as many of these chicks down into the quicksand with her, right? Holy smokes. All right, let's go.
Stay out of women's business.
That's hurting. No.
Hurting who?
Herself.
It ain't you. Mind your business.
It's hurting herself, though.
But
you get it?
stop policing women's bodies.
No,
Okay. Did you see that? Now you policing women's bodies, right? I can't even give you sound business advice because I'm policing your body. Right? Well, I say, man, the tactics of these people, man, is so the 304 tactics, man, they so out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, me giving you good sound business advice, I'm giving you business advice saying you grabbing this 2,000 today is going to cost you that 10 million 3 months from now, right? That is sound business advice, right? But this now, since she can't defend herself from the sound business advice, now she's going to make it a moral issue. It's not a business issue anymore. Now it's a moral issue, and it's a discrimination issue. You are trying to police women's bodies. Oh, these people so cold, man. How they switch how they switch up on you so cold. Now she's got to switch it, right? She can't. She knows she looks stupid telling somebody to grab 2,000 and miss out on 10 million. So now she has to switch it. She has to switch the argument to, oh, it's not that you're giving good. It's not that that's a bad business move. You're policing women's bodies. You got to keep your eyes open, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. You got to keep your eyes open, man. All right, let's continue.
About that.
Stop.
It would. So,
Listen
look,
to me.
It's not about no body.
No,
it's not about policing a body.
Policing women's bodies. If she wants to twerk and make $2,000,
so
worry
would you
about
not? What if you
yourself.
giving her advice? What if you?
Right? She said if she wants to twerk and get $2,000 today and miss out on 10 million, stop policing her. Tell her to go ahead and do it anyway, right? Horrible advice. Horrible advice. Horrible. But these chicks give each other this horrible advice routinely. You see this on the internet constantly, man. When these chicks like her will give good meaning women bad advice, or these young girls especially. I think older women kind of know. They're in the soup already as well, so they kind of see where this is coming from. But it's the younger girls. I got a granddaughter. I would never let her listen to Amber Rose. Never. Never. Stop policing her body. I'm not policing her body. I just don't want her to put herself in a bad situation. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? If she wants to twerk, then she should just twerk. Yeah, you can twerk at home, but if you're out there twerking for $2,000, come on, man. You might miss out on some good stuff. You might miss out on a good man. You might miss out on a good man. Good men are hard to find. Good men are hard to find. In a wicked world like this, man, where everybody is so wicked, man, and even a lot of them are unintentionally wicked. That means they didn't intend to be wicked. They are just caught up in the daily life in a wicked world, right? But then you got some men that's fighting it. Some of us are fighting that, man. And we try to watch everything we do, man, so we can stay as wicked free as possible, Good men hard to find. A good woman is worth twice her weight in gold. A good woman is worth twice her weight in gold. A good man is worth 100 times his weight in gold. 100 times his weight in gold. Oh, Clarence, why is it what? Because trust me, women say, a lot of women say this, oh, well, you know, I don't need no man. I don't need no man. I guarantee you on that plane that crashed on that desert island, trust me, when the men go through that plane and gather all the tools and gather all the weapons and walk to that other side of that island, I guarantee you the women will be following right behind them. The women ain't going to say, okay, well, we'll stay on this island. We'll stay on this side. Y'all go over there. I guarantee you the women, and even the women that do say that, when they stomachs start growling and they smell that fire coming from the men's side, they will drag their ass right on over there. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Shoot. Huh? Shoot. When that plane, if you on that plane and that plane crash on that desert island or that ship wrecks on that island, when the men gather everything that they can carry, everything that they could use, and they go to that other side of that island, I guarantee you, those women will be right with them men. Right with them. Right? And then the one or two that's like, we don't need no man, girl. We don't need no man. We stay right here. We don't need no men. Right? When they sitting out there cold and they smell that fire burning, guarantee you they'll, excuse me, can I sit down? They'll be right over there. Right over there. You just living in a society, man, where it's, the luxuries, you got so many luxuries, you forgot how important men are, right? We forgot how important the regular guy is, the average dude, the backbone of this country, which is the average man. He's how important this person is, not only for the work that needs to be done to keep your luxurious lifestyle going. You can just walk into a supermarket and buy meat. You don't have to kill this animal yourself. You don't have to skin it yourself. You don't have to boil it yourself. You could just go into the store and did all this for you, then drained all the blood out, then did everything for you and packaged it even for you, right? But you forgot. It's usually a man doing all that. Usually men doing all that work. Huh? Come on now. And not to say that men are better than women, but men had a place and women had a place. But when you don't think, man, hey, look, men ain't even worth me presenting to them something of value, which is me, myself, but not only me, but my body, that my body has been kept in a condition where I want to give it to a man that is worthy of that. It's like I want to give my body to anybody, and I expect men I expect every man to still value me as a matrimonial prospect. No, that's not going to work. We value you as a human being, but we don't value you as a matrimonial prospect. That's it, man. You can gave that up. Anyway, let's get back to Amber Rose, who has done the switcheroo. Since she can't defend the business argument, she's now going to make it a moral argument, meaning that now instead of her defense was, well, you need to stop policing. I mean, her defense was, let this person make less money, let them take the money grab, If they lose the 10 million, they lose the 10 million. Since she looks stupid trying to defend that argument, and that's just a business argument, right? That's just a business deal. That's just the commercial end of it. She's gonna switch it now because she can't defend herself in the commercial argument. So now she's gonna switch it to what do you call that? Where you're talking about the person and depriving them of their right to be a 304. Why is it your business, right? You're policing them. You're policing their bodies, right? Discrimination. That's the word I was looking for. You're policing their bodies now. Now that's the defense, right? So I got to switch the defense because I can't defend against the business sense you giving. That's just business. That makes more sense, right? So I got to switch it. I got to switch you off that art. I got to switch the defense to this. You policing their bodies. That's what you're doing now. Holy smokes. Let's go, y'all.
You know she can make 10 million. She about to, right?
Man, ain't no she, man. What the
No,
fuck?
look. All right, I got a question. If you knew a woman was gonna make 10 million 3 months from then, if
Who
she
the
didn't
fuck
did
knows
this,
that? Who knows the future? A fortune teller? You ain't no fucking
somebody that was
psychic.
gonna give her the 10 million. How about that?
But my whole thing is,
What if
how
you-
she
what
gonna
if
pay
the-
the bills for the past 3 months? She
So
don't
you
know what
going-
the
Okay, so she said, how's she going to pay the bills, right? Right? Forget getting a regular 9-to-5 job, right? Forget that, right? How's she going to pay the bills, right? Forget getting a job like the rest of us, right? She got to go out and twerk. That's how she make money. That's how she make money. Okay. If you go out and twerk, then you're going to have to accept what comes with that. And what comes with that is you lower your value, your matrimonial value. You lower that. Right? You lower that. You don't have matrimonial value anymore. Right? And dudes that actually would look at you as a prospect for matrimony are going to you getting your name scratched off the list. Now, only people that's really going to look at you as something to even deal with is young boys who don't know no better. But like I said, I will say this. Older women are the training wheels for good sex. They will definitely train you up, get you right, tighten you up, have you tight. So when you actually decide that you want to really be with somebody that has a good attitude and a better attitude and a better personality, you at least be functionally able to do some things to bring pleasure to them. Absolutely. All right, let's get back to it.
fuck's gonna happen?
without nothing and don't conform because they know what they gonna
So
get
you want
later. So
somebody
niggas
to be
don't just take
homeless.
the quick bread.
You want somebody to
we
be
never know the
homeless.
quick bread. You just said you
Right. She said you want somebody to be homeless. Did he say he wanted somebody to be homeless? But see, I'm trying to tell you, see how she just the elevator don't go all the way up to the top. I'm telling you, man, these 304s, unfortunately, and especially our sisters, man, they're so misled by people like this that they think the same way. They think the same way. Hey, you trying to hate on me? No, I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to give you a way out of what you're doing. But you know what I'm saying? But because most of us are possessed, right? A lot of us are possessed. So we don't realize that we got a demon in us that's driving us and won't let our thinking go to the next level. Anyway, let's get the last part of it.
want us to care.
Guys,
Right?
don't want us to care.
You just said you wanted us to care.
All right. I want to thank the Pod Show Network for I'm gonna put the link to the this actual video down in the description. What do y'all think? What do y'all think, man? I mean, this chick is this chick is absolutely out of her mind. She is bazonkers, man. She is bazonkers, man. She's out of her mind, right? You know, and unfortunately, man, she has a big following of women, man. You know, the army, the 304 army, and you know, and they will support her on a lot of this stuff. And then she look back on it later. They'll look back on it later and saying there ain't no good men, right? Good meaning who, you know, a man that's willing to take me with all of these miles on the vagina. No, no man's gonna want, you know, 150,000 miles on a vagina when he could pay the same price for a brand new model coming off the assembly line. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Just because you got followers, and I mean, why would he do that? I also don't understand women don't think like that, man. A lot of, well, not women, because there are some women that understand these concepts. Well, I don't want to say all women, but I mean the 304 crowd, right? 304 crowd. Shout out to the 304 crowd, man. But it's time to realize what that lifestyle is going to bring. Now you understand what's going to happen, then okay. You know what I'm saying? You understand what it brings, then and you decide to do it anyway, then that's on you, right? That's on you. I just don't want my granddaughter involved in that. I want her to meet a good man. I want her to meet a man that loves her, that wants to help her, that wants to love her no matter what the situation, try to, you know, be there for her. That's what I want for her. I don't want her out here talking about, you know, it's good business to grab 2,000 when you got 10 million waiting for you, or it may be on the way, or it's possible that it could come, right? All you got to do is work towards that, right? Right? Can't stay at 304. You can be at 304, but you can't stay at 304. At some point, you're going to have to realize that is an unsustainable lifestyle. It's unsustainable. And the wages therein, man, the retirement plan is harsh, right? Hard. It's hard. Hard retirement plan, man, because the money dries up. You got to do even crazier and crazier, crazier and crazier stuff. I'm telling you, man, look at the life of Vanessa Del Rio, man. Bless her heart, man. But some of these people, man, they got to do crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier stuff, man, to survive after they've done so much. There is really no man that wants to come behind all of that work you put in. Yikes. But hey, man, that's me. Maybe I got it all wrong. Maybe I got it all wrong, y'all. Maybe one of these, one of the ladies can tell me, or one of the brothers can tell me, man. One of y'all could tell me in the comments, man. Oh, Clarence, you got it wrong, man. You got it backwards. See, this is a good thing that Amber Rose is saying. Oh, okay. Well, explain it to me. Break it down. All right, y'all. Till next time, I'll see y'all. Peace.